busy us in this cloud meeting. So my name is Sadi Emifa Committee. Just a minute, somebody sent a message. Okay. All right. So my name is Sadi Emifa Committee. So you are all highly welcome. We are representing Energic International. So Energic is a Japanese company for over 50 years. This wonderful company has been up and doing, producing wonderful technology Kangen machine. And Kangen machine is an ionized machine. Is a machine that you need right in your home to help you convert your regular building water, either your tap or your well or your borehole water, into a healthy spring state water that actually heals the body system. So that is what we are going to discuss this evening. So discover Kangen water. Discover Kangen water. Not all water are created equally. You agree with me with that word? But before we go in depth, we need to look at the illness wellness continuums, okay? How being healthy or being in good health is a personal responsibility. Your doctor is not responsible to make you healthy. It is a personal responsibility because being healthy has to do with the environment you live, the kind of food you eat, the kind of water you drink, how hygiene are you? Do you engage in physical activities that can create flexibilities in your body systems? All these compound will make, a healthy body. But we are going to streamline it on water this evening. Now, but what we are saying here is, if you live a careless life and you consume more of carbohydrate, which is basically acidic food, and also the kind of water you drink, you don't take cognizance about that, then you are going to build a kind of acid body. An acid body will tend towards a disease. But if you eat more fruit, more vegetables, that is more of alkaline, okay, more fresh, more of natural food, then you are going to build a very strong alkaline body, which is healthy body. Okay, so we need to start the journey. We are responsible to do so. What you drink and what you eat actually matters. Okay, what you drink and what you eat matter. Not all water are created equally. You agree with me? For the fact that the water look clean, that doesn't make it healthy. That doesn't make it something that you have to use even cooking or bathing. For example, in Nigeria, government failed in giving us water. Everybody is responsible to dig or get water into their building. And after the well or the borehole, then we start using water. But it's very wrong. Okay? That water that is clean doesn't make sure, it's not mean that the water is good for use, okay? Because there are a lot of things in water that we are actually going to discuss tonight. So let's continue. Now, there is no how we can actually talk about water. We have to look at the plastic water because that is a major source of us drinking water. Even though you have well or borehole in your building, you don't drink that directly, okay? But I said you drink it indirectly because you cook and you bathe with them. But this particular one we are drinking, which is made with chemical filtrations and all those stuffs, and also bottling. Now, but I want to look at the plastics that hold this bottle. This plastics is made with a chemical called bisphenol. This chemical is actually used to preserve the plastic. It's a cheap plastic production chemical. And the longer the water stays in this bottle, the more the chemical leach into the water. There was a particular video, I do post it in our forum, and if a doctor was being interviewed, how plastics water has been a sort of killing so many body, putting nanoplastic into our bloodstreams. And his comment, he says that that averagely on weekly basis we eat like we take in about the size of a ATM card of plastics into our body systems. Okay, so you need to be on the no side so that you can, prevent it. One of the way to prevent it is by you owning a Kangen machine. That's why you see Kangen has been on for over 50 years in Japan, and that actually reflects in their populations. Okay, and now water is not meant to be stored. Water is meant to collect fresh and drink fresh. That's why you see our fathers who have access to water in the streams, they live a better life than we do. Bisphenol is actually responsible for disease, both adult and children. So we need to stay away from drinking water from these plastics. If you even look at after drinking the water, the kind of hazardous this thing cause in our environment is another thing entirely. So let's go further. Now, better health start with better water. Let's see if you can get what I could represent this. Like I said, Energic is a 51 years old precisely. This June makes 51 years of operation of this company all over, from Japan. And then they produce the Kangen machine, which is a bigger version, a bigger size, and were directly used in hospital in Japan until 1994, when they produced domestic model unit, which is called Level Look SD501, which made it 31 years to date. All right. And then they launched the network marketing systems plan that can reward you and I who introduce the machine to other our friends and loved ones. Now, until 2003, the company was still running in Japan. In 2003, they moved to United States of America, which New York, and I want to remember the states. So from New York, the company were able to spread to so many countries that we have today. But in 2023, the company were able to open in Nigeria because they found the right partner, which, to the glory of God, I'm one of them. Now, presently, the company runs businesses in 25 countries and 42 locations. So only Nigeria have an Energic office in the whole Africa. So this is just a brief introductions about Energic International. Now, in 50, group of Japanese doctors collect water in the streams, that is rock water, okay? Because most people that have access to spring water, they do say one thing, that the water heals the body systems, and that was the reason why Japanese doctor had to carry research over this water, and they collect water in 5 locations: Lund, France, Mexico, India, Germany, and Saudi Arabia. And you can see how people keen up calling it miracle water. Now, the leading doctors that did the research is called Dr. Shinikata Shiriakta. Okay, and they discovered that in the 5 locations that they collect this water, different continent, and after the result of the research shows that all of them contain one property, and the property is called active hydrogen. And if active hydrogen is present in the water you consume on a daily basis, it's going to have this major property of one, antioxidant, anti-aging, meaning when you drink Kangen water that is rich in antioxidant, your body will slow down in aging process. Thirdly, it contains negative ORP. In other regular water is positive ORP, meaning oxidation reduction potential. That is, oxidation is present in the one positive, while in the one negative, oxidation is not there, okay? Which makes the water automatic antioxidant. So when Kangen machine was produced in 1974, after taking the water into the lab, they discovered that it contained loaded with a lot of active hydrogen, even better than the one in the rock. And that was the success of Kangen machine in 1974. Here is the owner of the company, Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro. This man celebrated 84 years old in the month of March this year and is waxing stronger, all right? Because it's taking the drinking water that is rich in active hydrogen, all right? So Energic is a Japanese company that manufactures medical grade Kangen water machine, which provide healthy and therapeutic water for homes and office use. Now, Kangen simply means return to origin. When you change your water to Kangen, you are simply returning back to water that is natural. Water that contains nothing form of chemical, no bacteria, no bad bacteria, and all that. Rather, all the minerals content engaged in water is actually present. It cultured it for the usefulness of your body system. So the meaning of Kangen, it's in English is return to origin. Now, here is the machine. Now, before I talk about the water that comes out from this machine, first look at this black spot. This black part of the machine contains what we call antibacterial filter, anti-chlorine filter. Meaning of that is if the water coming into this machine go through treatment filtration systems, and a lot of chemicals are being used to step up the pH and to do all the regulate or whatever. This antibacterial filter will get rid of it. Anti-chlorine filter will get rid of it. Before the water will go through the titanium gemstones that will remove, that will ionize the water, that also make use of electricity. Okay, then the water will split into two, meaning the bad water will captured out, which is positive electron, while the one coming out from the upper hose is negative electron, which is water that is rich in antioxidant and anti-aging and is positive, negative. So Kangen machine, all Kangen machine, whether the bigger size or the smaller size, produce 5 different types of water. You can call it 7 different types of water. You are actually correct. Simply, the reason for that is the one that is called Kangen water, it has 3 steps of the pH, which the minimum pH there is 8.5, 9.0, and 9.5. That is 3 in 1. All right. So that is for regular drink. Okay. And that is what we are going to concentrate more in doing the demonstration on, so that you can see the reason why you need to have this machine in your home. The next button will give us clean water, which is 7.0. 7.0 is basically used for cooking, medication, and also for newborn baby. Once newborn baby is being breastfeeding, and water, this water also need to be given alongside until the child becomes like 9 to 10 months and 1 year. When the child started eating normal food, that is when you can graduate them to Kangen water. Okay. Now, the next button will give you beauty water, which is bathing water. Beauty water is very good for our skin because our skin is acid. Okay. And also beauty water is also good for your plant, for your garden, your field, and all that. You can use it to wet your field. The next button is strong Kangen water, which is 11.5. This particular water is not regular for drink, but you can take it when you have a challenge for facilitations or facilitate your healing process in the body. And also 11.5 basically is used for removing pesticide, herbicide from food, from beans, from rice, from turkey, from meat, from all the vegetables, apple, and so on and so forth. You can soak them. All the chemical that farmer has sprayed on those food, or all the preservative, you even know that, we are aware now that people are using sniper to preserve beans. So 11.5 can be your saving grace. Now, 11.5 comes out from the upper hose once you click the last button. Now, the secondary hose which dispenses the byproduct of 11.5 is called strong acid water, which is 2.5, which is a complete disinfectant. We're also going to talk about it. So let's go to the proper demonstration. So Kangen water has active hydrogen. So under active hydrogen, we have what we call 3 properties. 1, antioxidant. And antioxidant means that oxidation is not present. That's why it is negative ORP. And that makes the water automatic antioxidant. Okay, meaning when you drink water that is rich in antioxidant, it will help your body to heal, and it will help your body to slow down in aging process. Because when oxidation is off in the body or is off in the environment will become more inhabitant. Okay, but an environment that is highly pollutant, meaning there is a lot of dusty environment, a lot of carbon coming from the generator, from cars and all that, or you live in an environment where industrial environment, meaning that such environment is highly toxinated. And that is why you see, you give an apple a bite, within short period of time, that whitish part of the apple become brown, because it's telling you that the environment is highly toxinated. And you can imagine you're also taking the same oxygen into your body system. So it will takes you towards faster in aging and brings acid in the body tissue, and that will lead to fast disease or organs issue. Okay, so let's go for that to know more about oxidation. And if it's, I mean, another object or another fruit you can know oxidation is tomato. When a tomato is fresh, a mother will cook a very nice or sweet meal from that, and healthy meal from that. But once the tomato become rotten, that is oxidation present tomato, then the soup will definitely lose its taste. So in tomato and apple, you will know oxidation. But when it comes to water, you cannot know, because water is transparent in nature. So living tissue plus oxidation in water is equal to sickness. That is, if the water you are consuming is actually oxidation present, then you are simply inviting disease into your body tissues, into your body ecosystem. Now, the only way you can know if water is positive or is negative is by using ORP meter. Oxidation reduction potential meter is the only thing that can help you to test that water that you are drinking. So the text, we have to read positive or negative, meaning minus before the number or without number. I mean, without minus. Without minus means a silent positive. Okay. And look at the positive side, which breed what we call oxidations and highly oxidizing. That is aging faster. Now, which we are getting it from the tap water, from plastic water, from canned drinks, sugar drinks, they are all positive reading. But look at the fruit, which is antioxidant. Look at the cod liver and the Chinese tea, okay, and your orange, they are all negative 100. But a glass cup of Kangen water starts from 400 negative. What does that mean? It shows that antioxidant is more in Kangen water. So use Kangen water to prepare that your smoothie. Drink Kangen water after you finish your food or after you eat this your wonderful fruit. You will get more beneficial from it. So I have a video that will give us more insight or more knowledge about what I'm talking about. So here we have some water present in our demonstration. The first water is tap water. The second one is reverse osmosis. The next one is mineral, very expensive water. That is Fuji and Albina. They are mineral water, very expensive water. Okay. Now, the next one is sugar drinks. This one represents all soft drinks, oat, malt, and so on and so forth, as long as it contains artificial sugar. All right. The last one is Kangen water, which has all the water, they all have same color. So when water moves from fresh to oxidation present, it doesn't change taste, color, or smell. It all have the same. But look at it now. With this presence of ORP meter and the dropping the sensitive part of the meter into the water, you see what the result. Look at this now. A reading is coming from the meter without the minus, shows that it is rotten water. That is water that has oxidation present, because that reading there is no minus. But once the between water and sugar will go above 500. That tells you that sugar spark more of acid in the body. But look at Kangen water. It's the only water among all this water represented that is negative in reading, but 500 and above. That's to tell you that that is the only water that is fresh. That is the only water that can heal your body systems. That is the only water that can protect your body system. That is the only water that can help all your red blood cells and white blood cells to be able to, safeguard or fight any external things that come in that want to take a dominance in your body systems. And immediately this negative water get into your body systems, it creates a kind of system that we call it oxygen, all right, which will be able to help the cells to fight any antibody or any cancerous cells in the body system. Immediately this negative introduced to the body system, any form of cancerous cells in the body, they are already in trouble. So gradually you are drinking it then to help you to take care of them, and that is called cancer. All right. So Kangen water is a best water that you need in your home. That's your money that you want to enjoy. You need Kangen machine in your home to give you fresh water on daily basis so that you can live a good life and also live a life without disease. Now, this is a measurement of Kangen antioxidant in Kangen water and also antioxidant present in fruit. To equivalent it in banana, you need to eat 94 sticks of banana to equivalent a glass cup of antioxidant present in Kangen water. Now, you know that nobody can do that. You can't finish, you can't even eat up to 5 bananas, your stomach will be filled up. But if you eat 1 or 2 sticks of banana and you drink 2, 3, or 4 glasses of Kangen water, you are getting more benefit from the banana you ate. So Kangen water has a lot of benefits. The second property, which is called anti-aging, is alkaline. Alkaline is very popular among all the things we discuss in Kangen water. But to make water alkaline, mostly commonly known is through induction. Adding substance into the water, like adding baking soda into regular water becomes alkaline, or lime into regular water, or get a bottle from network marketing companies and pour in water and remove water. Now, those are just artificial alkaline makeup. Or you get the treatment guys to help you dose your water with chemicals. Okay, such is not natural. That's why you see doctor is usually frank. When you talk to doctor about alkaline water, he will tell you that don't go there. Reason is, that is why you see World Health Organization says let your water be neutral, okay, because they know that making water alkaline, it has a lot of complication. But Japan defined this by discover this ionized process, which I'm going to talk about, but I want you to have understanding about induction. Now, when you drink water that is being induced into your body system, the molecule structure of the water is still intact. So you see, feel the water as a regular bunking in your tummy, meaning to break the water down before the water can get into your cell, it is your kidney that will do that for you. That is why you see doctor is being frank and asking you not to go into drinking alkaline water. But Kangen water is also alkaline, but it's called what? Ionized alkaline. So that's why you can't call Kangen water alkaline. You have to complete the sentence. The sentence is ionized alkaline. So somebody will now ask you, what is the meaning of that ionization? Ionization is when a machine with electricity separates positive electron out of the original water to give you water that is rich in active hydrogen, which contain antioxidant, anti-aging, and negative or ORP. All right? They are microcluster. That is, it breaks down the molecule through that separations. And that separations make that water to become natural alkaline, which means when you drink it, because the molecule is smaller, so your kidneys has no business of breaking down. That is why you see when you drink Kangen water, you don't feel it in your tummy. It goes straight. It permeates straight to your body cell. Your body absorbs it. That's why you see Dr. Danny said, less than 30 seconds, the water Kangen water get into your cell. Less than 15 seconds, it hydrates your brain because the molecules has been break down. So that your body can get the alkaline and also the antioxidant. So now to check pH in water, you need potential hydrogen liquid and also the SHAT or the digital SHAT meter. But let's look at the reading. Reading start from 0 and end at 14. Middle of the reading is 14. It's 4. 7, sorry. 7 mean in color is green. So anything below 7, light green, yellow, yellow, orange, red are towards acid. And acid tends towards disease for longer consumptions. So anything above light blue, dark blue, purple, which is alkaline, which is healthy. Now, it is only Kangen water that is alkaline that you can go even drinking up to 9.5. As a matter of fact, those induction ones, you can go up to 8 pH. If you do that, your body will react to it within a short time because your body is breaking it down because it's so healthy. All right. So Kangen water is A water that is micro, that will break down the molecules, that makes the alkaline become safe for you to drink. So let's watch a video to see the differences between these. It might interest you that some plastic water too are also alkaline, which is the mineral water. So here is the potential hydrogen liquid. A little drop of this water in the water will change the color of the water to whether it is acid or is alkaline. So let's see it, a little drop. Okay, you can see now reverse osmosis is very, very acidic, but Avena and Fuji is mineral water, which is chemically made alkaline. So such is, it will affect your body. Only Kangen water there, you can see that it's natural alkaline. But the sugar drink, you can see, is also very red, meaning is pure acid. Now, when you begin to drink Kangen water, something will happen to your body tissue, meaning you have built acid before. When you're drinking Kangen water, it begins to help you to flush out the acid in your tissue. That's what you are saying, the water is changing there. Okay, so you are saying how it's changing the whole water to pure alkaline. Now, look at sugar drink. Sugar drinks, it cannot change because the content of the acid there is very, very high. So it takes a greater volume of Kangen water for you to drink before this can be moved to neutral. According to Dr. Romishian, says that if you drink a glass cup of sugar into your body become acid, you need 33 cup. 33 cup of 9.5 from Kangen machine to flush out your body to a neutral, not even to alkaline tissue, but to a neutral. To tell you that acid is actually killing us. Is one of the reasons why we see our body is falling. We're having a lower immune system. So you need to change this, change your water, and also stop drinking sugar drink. But you agree with me that we need a sugar? Yes, that sugar is present in carrot, in watermelon, in cucumber, in all the fruit that you need to eat that basically we are not eating. If you even get access to fruit, it's not organic, or maybe it has been, blocked for a very long time. But whatever fruit you get, you have Kangen machine in your home, there are a lot of things you can do, which you just have to stay back to hear more of that. Now, to close up the second property, which is the alkaline, a doctor did a research. His name is called Dr. Otto Eric Warburg, and he did a research in 1923 and won a physiology Nobel Prize in 1931. And he discovered that in the metabolism of tumor, it demonstrated that all forms of cancer are characterized by two basic conditions, which is acidosis and hypoxia. And the meaning of hypoxia is in bracket, lack of oxygen, meaning lack of oxygen in the body. Lack of oxygen in the body will create acidosis, and that acidosis is called hypoxia. Okay, and immediately introduce Kangen water which have the oxygen. What happened? Hypoxia begin to flush, or acidity begin to flush out of the body system. And when you have acid in your body, look at the acid of someone with cancer. Is the tissue of someone with cancer is acid. Okay, meaning in presence of acid in the body, cancerous cells thrives, but a healthy tissue, cancerous cells cannot. So let's go for that. The third property, which is called microcluster, which is the secret of Kangen water. Now, microcluster is talking about small water cluster that lead to easy absorption in the body. Human body is made up of 70% of water. To testify to that, you can see the ratios of water or in every organs in the body system. So tell you that water is very, very important. Now, the reason why your water needs to be micro is because of these two facts. Now, supply channel of nutrient to the body. Nutrient from food, nutrient from supplement, nutrient from fruit. The water you drink after that food will determine whether the nutrient will get into your body cell. Secondly, detox channel waste out of the body, meaning the food you consume, a larger portion of that food is actually waste. As a matter of fact, when you consume a bowl of food, your body don't take even up to 1% of that. So the remaining one are waste, which stocks up in the colon. So the water you now drink after that meal will determine whether that food will remain in your colon or it will help you to flush it out of the body system. So if the water is not micro, the food will stock in the colon. That's why they said death is actually in the colon. Now, microcluster is talking about better hydration. When the water is micro, then it can hydrate the body, and when body is hydrated, then elimination of toxics will happen. Regular water is actually what? H2O, which is a bucket larger volumes in form of ball, and its ball about 20 to 50 to 20, bulky, larger. I mean, it's unable to penetrate the cell. That's why you see it limits absorption in the body system. So now you are looking at, when we said Kangen water break down the molecules, is that when you have a ball of orange, okay, I'm using an example, a ball of orange, let's assume a single ball of orange, and you want to consume it, and you see that it's bulk and it's very difficult for it to enter your mouth, and you now use a knife to break it into like 20 pieces. So you can just swallow it one by one. That's just what Kangen machine does to regular water. Break down the H2O to a smaller unit of H2O and make it to become what? Easy for body cell to be able to what? Absorb it. So let's watch another video. We're using a human body to represent tea bag. And to make a tea, you boil the water. When you boil regular water, you have break down the molecule to a smaller unit. That's why it penetrates the tea and brews the tea immediately. But here we have Kangen water and regular water, which we want to set a race between two of them. But Kangen water will bring out the tea. Why the regular water is struggling? That's what you are seeing. So that's what happens when you drink regular water. It's not getting access. That's why you feel bulkiness in your tummy and your mouth keep crying more of water. Now, the food you eat and the water you drink after that food is what we want to do now. Now, look at it now. It's doing the same size of the tea, and it wants to pour two different kinds of water. One water will flatten the minerals, will flatten the nutrient, while the other one will promote or multiply. Kangen water multiply that tea, while the regular water, flatten that tea. What that means is, every food you consume, the water you drink, if you are drinking Kangen water, it will also help that your drugs, it will also help that your supplement, it will also help that food that you cook for body to get more access to the nutrient in the food. That does it. So benefit of Kangen water, you can't quantify it. So that is why you say, change your water, change your life. I tell people, you can even go in going for a loan to own a Kangen machine, because you started generating money from even installing the machine in your house. We are going to talk about that as we go further. Now, what I'm discussing this evening about Kangen machine is not just something that have not been proved or tested, or professionals have tested it, prove it, and also put their experience in book. They also used to treat a whole lot of people. The first doctor I'm introducing to you here is Dr. Romishenya, which is the co-inventor of colonoscopy. The next one is Bob Wright, which is director of American Anti-Cancer Institute. He wrote a book called Killing Cancer, Not the People. Dr. Romishenya, wrote a book called Enzyme Factor. Anything about this guy is talking about the colon, talking about the enzyme, talking about the cells, and so on and so forth. The next one is Dave Carpenter, which is a naturopathic. He wrote a book called Change Your Water, Change Your Life. He actually gave us our slogan that we're using. All of them, they practice in New York, including Peggy Parker, which we also have his book that talks about how every water in Kangen machine, that you can use it for a purpose, either for your plant or for your farm, for your ear, for your eyes, for your nose, and so on and so forth. So if you want all this book, we can actually send you the PDF files, or you can order the Killing Cancer, Not People from Amazon. Now, let's check the book one by one and what it says. Look at this. On this Killing Cancer, Not People, it said, step 3 of the cancer diet, restructures ionizer water can save your life. It's talking to people that have cancer. Okay, let's see on page 158. It said that, I believe that ionizer water is mandatory baseline requirement for those with cancer. On page 168, it said, if I were looking for electrolyzer unit today, I will choose SZ501 made by Energy Company. And I'll give you the name. It says simply the raw source of water ionizer, Kangen water, been in business for 30 years, because this book was written 20 years ago. Like I told you, Energy entered US in 2003. And that was when all these doctors started getting access to this technology and started doing their research. And that was what makes this product to become a full-blown to the whole world that you are seeing today, because of all these doctors started writing an endorsement on this product. Now, on page 170, said, I have no financial interest in an Energy Company, nor do I receive remuneration. That is, he's not being paid. He's not an ambassador. He's not being paid to put all these things written. is something that he discovered from using the product and is now writing a book to share his knowledge to the next generation. So let's look at Iromishia. First, his profile. He is a professor of surgery in Abasin College of Medicine in New York. He's also chief endoscopy. You know, endoscopy is putting the camera from the mouth, while colonoscopy is from down, from your back end to get access to your internal system and started watching it on the screen to whether you have a polarized colon or your colon need to be operated or whatever. So that he is the inventor of that procedures. Now, in his book of enzyme factor on page 159, he said Kangen water is alkaline rich water, the pH range between 8 to 9, and is considered the very best of drinking water because of its incomparable power of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. The three properties we talked about is talking here. So these are the 4 books he wrote. Unfortunately, he died about 6 years ago, but his legacy lives on. Okay, so the next one is testimony of Dr. Romishian that he recorded on colon. This is a respiratory, which is someone that the body is too acidic, is already having either rheumatoid arthritis and so on, when your joint is being inflamed. All right, so the colon is full with a lot of residues. 3 months of drinking Kangen water and the system is flushing because of detox effect of Kangen water. Here is someone with a breast cancer and chronic constipation. You can see a lot of, toxic that is stuck in the colon. 3 months of, running through Kangen water. You can see the system is cleansed up. The next one is this particular person is having cancer, but he is already going through chemo procedures. All right. And you can see how the chemo burnt the internal systems because it killed both the good cells and the bad cells. 3 months of drinking Kangen, you can see the system is already reinstating back. All right. So this is the first testimony we recorded in 2023. And to date, this woman is waxing stronger. All right. And she had a cancer which spread all over her body. I can't remember the grammar they used to qualify it. I don't know. I refuse to store it in my brain. But we got to know her in August 2022 when we installed the Kangen machine in Maryland. And her friend invited her, which she came. And that day, I remember 2 guys weigh her into the hall. And Simon asked her, what is the problem? She explained. She has a cancer, but she has finished 6 pounds of chemo from Bangkok teaching hospital in Agoiwoye. So Simon said I should give her first a glass cup of 11.5 fresh from the machine, which I did. 10 minutes after, they started giving her to drink regular fresh 9.5. To the glory of God, 40 to 45 minutes after she started getting the water, detoxification started. Started going to the pool, to the restroom, peeing, poo, vomiting. Peeing, poos, vomiting. To the extent that the lady that invited her became afraid. She was the one telling her that, I guess this water is working in me. Let's see how it goes. And Simon told her that she needs to be coming every day to get the fresh of the water, which, because antioxidant in Kangen water was effective for 48 hours, but more effective in 24 hours. So for people that have cancerous cells in their body, that cancerous cell is very, very stubborn. So you need to get 9.5 every day consecutively for 2 months before you can now start drinking. Maybe you fetch today, you can drink it for 1 week. By that time, it's considered that the cancerous cell will have been zero in your body systems. Okay, then with the help of your doctors, whatever they ask you to do, follow up with your doctors and all that. You are just doing is you are changing your water to Kangen water. Okay, and every other thing you are being given by your doctors will begin to work more faster in your body systems. So you can see her now in 5 weeks and also in 9 months, to the glory of God. Ask Google about the drinking of Kangen water. So the next water is clean water, which is a neutral water, okay, for baby drink, cooking, and also your medication. You can't use Kangen water to drink medication because of the microcluster. We don't want any complications. So use a neutral water, give 30 minutes after the drugs, then you can resume your Kangen water. As a matter of fact, the drugs will have been dissolved in your body. So the effect of that drugs, Kangen water, has the effect of flushing those toxins of the drugs out of your body systems. It also helps the drugs to work faster and your body will respond to it faster. So the next water is beauty water, which can come as a byproduct of Kangen water, or you click it to get it directly from the front hose. So beauty water is really fantastic. So let's check beauty water, how you can go. We also have another machine called an Espa, which you can buy to give you pure beauty water. We store in your bedroom. Hot water or cold water can pass through it. It will remove chlorine and bacteria from the water and give you the perfect pH of 6, which is the exactly pH of our body skin, so that your body can, anything that has to do with aging can be in a distance. So the same thing with beauty water from Kangen machine. So it removes pores. I mean, moisturize your skin, sensitive or skins, red ash bags and all that, smoothing and moisturizing your skin. This is what you get by using beauty water for your bathing, and also beauty water is good for your plant. How life will be if we can keep our body skin as when we're baby. Change your water, change your life. Okay? So 11.5, which is not a regular drink, but you need to get instruction from us if you want to drink 11.5, especially those that are sick. But if you're not sick, maybe once or twice in a month, you have Kangen machine in your home, as an elderly person from 45 and above, please, a glass cup of Kangen 11.5 once or twice in a month, perfectly for your body systems. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? Very good. I've been doing this since 2022 when I started this business, and I've seen a lot of improvements, greatly improvement in my body systems. Now, 11.5 basically is used for removing pesticide from food so that you can live a good life. Now, every food we're eating is coming from the farm, and farmers use oil-based chemicals, filtrations, or pesticide, herbicide to spray on the farm. Okay? All this because they know that oil and water don't mix. So that's why they use it, so that when the rain falls, after spraying, the water or the chemical will not be washed by the rain that fell. That's why they use oil-based chemicals. Hope you get that. So now let's watch a video to see how 11.5 can help to remove pesticide in that beans, in that your rice, in that your turkey. Okay, so here we have oil. We want to check the oil first. Little oil in a cup, and the jar is for regular tap water. Okay, that is tap water, so the water will stay down while the oil will float. But the one in the bottle is 11.5 from Kangen machine. What's the difference? This particular one is highly micro cluster. It's very, very small. It's easy to penetrate and break the oil and emulsify it. It emulsifies the oil, that is, you cannot separate them anymore. So that's why it can penetrate through the beans and bring out all the chemical that are in spray. Okay, then let's try it on the farm produce. This is a tomato. All right, regular water can only remove sand, while 11.5 get rid of all the pesticide and all these chemicals we have been eating before now. And it's also contributing also to the state of our health. That's why you see organs issue become so rampant these days, because of what man is doing for a man. You can see it can't bring out anything, only sand and dust. But watch 11.5. What a man do, man. When we get to the throne of grace, we are going to explain ourselves. Look at it. Now, what you are seeing is not the pesticide you have been eating before now. Okay, it's pesticide you have been eating and herbicide you have been eating before now, and this thing is also contributing to our health. That's why you see weevils run away from beans, and human beings are buying the same beans and eat. So if you don't have Kangen machine in your home, don't buy beans that has no weevil. If you buy it, make sure you first do parboiling. Or if you have Kangen machine, soak your beans in 11.5 for the next 5 minutes. That is the best way to remove all those pesticides. Like as a fact, I told my wife, that's why if I have Kangen machine in my house, if you go to the market and you see the beans that has no weevils, please don't buy. If those weevils could run for their life, a human being to also do the same thing around. If it is not safe to breathe, how can it safe to eat? The guy protects himself against these dangerous chemicals and is spraying into the farm that human being is going to eat. That is what man do, man. That is 11.5. Meaning the result is really amazing. So the last water is strong active water, which is a waste byproduct of 11.5. I don't want to be using the word waste because it's not waste. It's one of the most powerful water that you need in your house. As a matter of fact, 2.5 is one of the reasons why they use Kangen machine in hospital in Japan, because 2.5 used to sterilize surgical equipment. It killed 99.9% of germs. In Dubai, this 2.5 has been certified as a natural, hand sanitizer. Okay? So you can use it to wash, to clean the floor, to mop, to clean your glasses, your computer, your phone that have a lot of viruses, mop the floor, spray to the air, and use it to even pour it in your toilet and all that. You can use it for so many things. If you have any skin rashes or whatever, you can be spraying 2.5. You plant something in your garden and it's not coming out, spray 2.5, then later start wetting it with beauty water. You see a lot of results. You wake up in the morning, you have bad breath. Goggle your mouth with beauty water. You have toothache, goggle your mouth with beauty water. You have sore throat, goggle your mouth with beauty water. With a 2.5, sorry, not beauty water, 2.5. It's really fantastic. You can also brush with beauty water, with a 2.5, but it has to be once in a week. Don't do it twice. If you do, you are going to have a blister in your mouth. Only once in a week, you can do that for those that normally have bad breath in their mouth. Okay, so let's see how 2.5 can also remove skin rashes or eczema. This guy for donkey year be carrying this problem, but in less than 2 weeks of spraying 2.5 and also drinking 9.5 to take care of the internal body. Whatever happened to your skin is actually coming from inside. So Kangen water will take care of the internal, while beauty 2.5 will take care of the external. I don't know why beauty water is coming to my mouth this evening. So this is a psoriasis. Psoriasis is a very stubborn skin disease, before and after. So this guy suffer for psoriasis and he work in General Hospital in Kota Kinabalu. Kota Kinabalu is an island outside Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And this guy for good 15 years be battling these psoriasis. But look at it, 60 days of spraying 2.5 and drinking 9.5. The result is amazing. Another lady is Suzanne. You can see how she look awkward. In less than 2 months, the result is amazing. So a lot of certificates, a lot of award were given to this wonderful technology and the factory. But we'd like to discuss 3 certificates. 1, Ministry of Health in Japan certified Kangen machine with this certificate as a medical device. Then international organization 2 certified Kangen machine with 13,485, the same number given to all medical equipment in hospital. So Kangen machine is a mini, like my leader in Madam Blessing normally call it mini clinic in your house. Okay, mini clinic in your house that you can use for so many things once you understand how to use it. That's why we do a lot of orientation when we do installations of machine in our client houses. All right. So in 2003, when distribution entered US, Water Quality Association of the United States of America certified Kangen machine with this gold sealed to identify that this is highly quality product for your health, for the health of your family. All right. So you see in the body of the machine US. No, it's not from US. It's just that they are giving their whole on the machine that this is certified is actually made from Okinawa, Japan. All right. So we have discussed all the 5 different kind of water from the machine. So you can't call Kangen machine a water purifier. If you do, you are bringing the value down. And at the same time, you can't call Kangen machine alkaline water. Kangen water, alkaline water. No, you call it Kangen water or ionized alkaline water. That is when you complete your sentence. So please, if you have been doing that, calling it alkaline water, please kindly change your description on Kangen water. Now, is a medical grade water ionizer. Medical grade water ionizer that is to serve and keep the health of you and your family in your home. This is a factory since 1974. These have been producing this wonderful technology and distributing it around the world. Do you see value in my presentation in this machine? Do you see value? If you see value, please kindly go to the chat box and type value. Okay, so let's go for that. Now, I'm introducing to you the biggest of the machine that we have in Nigeria is called K8. K8 speaks 10 language and it has 8 plates, 8 titanium plates that ionize the water, and is a touch screen, and it has a lighting, the light, it has auto controller lighting systems. What I mean is Nigeria using 220, US and Canada use 110, meaning if you buy K8 in Nigeria and you are traveling to US, you can carry it down and plug it there. Now, a lady brought in from US SZ541 from US. You know, US use 110. And she brought the machine to Nigeria. And in our hotel, she installed it, bam, the machine blew. Because she didn't know that Nigeria is, because that's her first time in Nigeria. She didn't know that Nigeria is 210. The lighting system is higher than the one they're using in the US. So she brought the machine to the office and they have to change the entire panel. By the time they check the machine in the systems, they discover that our machine has warranty has expired 2 years ago. So she has to pay 450,000 naira to change the power. And the machine started working. So I told her, when you are going to US, leave this machine in Nigeria for somebody. If you take it back to US and you plug it, it will blow again. So and I told her, said, what can she do? I said, if you take it down, then you have to buy step down in US so that you can plug it successfully. The machine will work for you. So K8 has this auto lighting controlling system. That's one of the benefits. That's why you are paying heavily for buying the product. Very, very fantastic. Touch screen, very sensitive and all that. So the value of it is 6,235,000 naira. Very, very wonderful product. And 5 years warranty. Minimum lifespan of any of Kangen machine is 30 years. Now, level look SZ541 Platinum. The value is 5,160,000 naira. This particular one speaks 5 languages and it has 7 titanium platinum plate. All right. Level look as platinum speak 5 language and 7 titanium plates. So it speaks 5 language and also 5-year warranty, and minimum lifespan is also 30 years. The next one is SZ541. SZ541, this one is ordinary SZ, we call it SZ541. Like level look SZ541, okay? This one, the value is 4,837,500. It has 7 titanium platinum plate, meaning the same mechanism with the other one, but this one only speak 1 language. But I'm sure you don't need Chinese, all you need is English. So this is fantastic. You can go with it. I love this machine so much. 5-year warranty and also 30 years minimum lifespan. So lastly, we have a smaller one, which is same size like this, but it has 4 plates. It's called Level Look Junior. It has 4 plates. It doesn't speak, but it writes. All of them write and speak. But SZ541 Junior only write, it doesn't speak. But it produces fantastic water. So it's 4,085,000 naira. Sir and ma, anyone that your money can reach, please, is the best product you are giving to your family. Okay, so that is that. So an Espa goes for 3,870,000. It comes with 3 years warranty. It's the only product we have that is 3 years warranty. All right. So what we have here is just the breakdown of what I've discussed. So we have the company account details for those of us that are ready to pick up our machine. Please kindly screenshot it and so that you can do your transfer. Once you do your transfer, we'll need all your bio data your mix of identification. It could be national, it could be voters, it could be national passport, photo site, and also your email and your full address and your phone number. Then your machine will be processed and we can send it down to you. Now, the serial numbers is your warranty code. So you don't need to bother whether you have a letter for the warranty. Once the machine is coded on your name, the serial number is already attached with the warranty. So thank you and God bless you. If you have any questions, please kindly unmute yourself and ask your question. We have finance, in-house finance, meaning you can make a small deposit and spread it for either 3 months, 6 months, or 10 months with a small chicken additional for charges of that instrumental. So this is what we have for you tonight. Please kindly go to your dash and unmute yourself. So I want to also talk about this product called MGuard. MGuard is another new product that we just launched. I'm just going to find a means to, fix a particular day that is going to be only for MGuard because we need to know more about this product. This product is really fantastic. A lot of companies are buying it and all that. The job of this product is to, tame radiations from all electric gadgets that we have around us. Okay, the more modernizations, the more electronics, the more gadgets we have, and the more this thing is affecting our body systems. Okay, so MGuard is to harmonize your environment and tame your environment as if you are in the village, so that all, EMR, electromagnetic waves, will be tamed and allow you to enjoy your environment and sleep better. As I'm talking to you right now, I have my MGuard on in front of me while I'm talking because I always use my MGuard. It's really, really fantastic. So thank you and God bless you. Please kindly unmute yourself and ask your question so that we can shut it down. Okay? Thank you. God bless you.
Hello.